Greetings, my name is Simon Blackwood, and I have been a detective for more than 30 years. My family has a tradition of being involved in investigations, and I build a reputation for my outstanding focus on detail and solving intricate cases. Nonetheless, as time passed, I started to feel disenchanted with my profession. The demanding work hours and constant pressure had started to affect me, and I realized that I needed a change. Therefore, I retired from my job and pursued a new path. One day, I stumbled upon an old book of fairy tales at a thrift store. Reading these stories was a newfound joy for me, and I decided to share them with people at the local library. Over time, I became known as the storytelling detective, and I would regale people with tales of my most challenging cases. My legacy has become somewhat of a local legend in my community, thanks to the numerous situations I've been through and survived. I have decided to share my stories with you through a YouTube channel every week, and I hope that they impress you. I will tell about a story that happened to 3 generations of my family. It is about the haunted dolls. In a small town in South America in 2010, there was a mysterious old mansion that had been abandoned for years. One day, a young couple moved into the house, hoping to fix it up and make it their home. As they were exploring the house, they stumbled upon an old doll hidden away in a closet. The doll was unlike any they had ever seen before, with dark, lifeless eyes and a cracked porcelain face. Despite the doll's creepy appearance, the couple decided to keep it as a decoration in their living room. But strange things began to happen after the doll was brought into their home. Doors would creak open on their own, objects would move mysteriously, and eerie noises could be heard in the dead of night. The couple soon realized that the doll was possessed by an evil spirit. They tried to get rid of it, but it always found its way back to their home. The spirit would torment them relentlessly, causing them to feel like they were losing their minds. One day, the couple woke up to find that the doll had disappeared. They searched the house, but it was nowhere to be found. They assumed that it had finally left their home for good. But that night, they heard a strange noise coming from the basement. As they cautiously made their way down the stairs, they saw the doll sitting in the corner, its lifeless eyes staring back at them. Suddenly, the doll began to move on its own, its porcelain body contorting in unnatural ways. The couple realized too late that they had been lured into a trap. The spirit possessing the doll had been waiting for the perfect moment to strike, and now it had them cornered in the basement. They tried to run, but the time is thin. Neighbors reported to the police that there were sounds of screaming in the house. When the police came and searched the house, they saw only 3 dolls in the basement of the house. After that, no one from the town or neighbors saw them. However, the beginning of the story does not start there. There was a house on the outskirts of town that had been abandoned for years. Many people believed that the house was haunted and refused to go near it. One day, a group of friends decided to explore the house to see if the rumors were true. As they entered the house, they felt a chill in the air. The old wooden floors creaked beneath their feet, and the walls seemed to be peeling away. As they walked through the house, they noticed strange things happening. Doors would open and close on their own, and they heard footsteps and whispers coming from the other side of the room. The friends tried to ignore the strange occurrences and continued exploring the house. As they went upstairs, they found a room that seemed to be untouched by time. It was filled with old toys and dolls that looked like they had been there for decades. Suddenly, the dolls began to move on their own. Their eyes glowed red, and they started to laugh and sing. The friends were frozen in fear as they watched the dolls come to life. Just as they thought they couldn't take it any longer, a voice whispered in their ears.
"Get out now before it's too late."
They ran out of the house as fast as they could and never looked back. From that day on, the friends never spoke of the haunted house again. They couldn't shake the feeling that they had disturbed something that should have been left alone, and they knew that the house was better off being left abandoned. But the problem happened when, after the group of friends explored the haunted house, one of them decided to take a doll they found as a souvenir without telling anyone. He didn't think anything of it at the time, but he soon discovered that he had made a grave mistake. The doll seemed innocent at first, but soon strange things started to happen. The lights in the room flickered, and the doll's eyes seemed to follow anyone wherever they went. He decided to tell the friend about the secret, but nobody believes him. The group of friends made plans for a sleepover at their friend's place. However, the particular friend who had taken possession of the doll experienced nightmares and abruptly woke up in the middle of the night, discovering scratches on their arms. The friends tried to get rid of the doll, but every time they threw it away, it would reappear in their room. It seemed that the doll was possessed by a malevolent spirit that was intent on terrorizing its new owner. One night, the friend woke up to find the doll standing at the foot of their bed. Its eyes were glowing red, and it had a sinister grin on its face. He screamed, and the friends tried to move, but they were paralyzed with fear. The doll started to move closer and closer until it was right next to their face. Just when it seemed like the friends was doomed, the doll suddenly screamed,
Leave my house now.
The friends ran until their hearts stopped and left the house and never saw the doll again, but they were left with a sense of terror that never truly went away. From that day on 1910, no one entered or lived the house in South America. Thank you for watching my channel and joining me every week for new and exciting stories. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button to stay updated on future tales.